Hello everybody, this is Woolrig, and welcome to Age of Engineering Episode 5. Last time, we got some of these machines built, and I'm not quite finished, because I have enough diamonds to make the next machine on my list, which is the Macerator. Now this recipe has been modified to take a block cutting blade, which is just 8 diamonds surrounding 1 iron ingot, which I have all that. So we're going to go ahead and get one started. So this episode is going to be mainly us continuing on the progression through the Industrial Age, and hopefully we'll get close to the end of it by the end of this episode. Let's see, we're going to need a few different blocks of things. Need one more in that. This is not a great source of energy, in case you were wondering. I don't know if I explained, the reason I like to use the tiny coal here is because once the generator starts cooking or starts burning a piece of fuel, even if it's full, it will continue burning it all the way out. So by using the tiny charcoal and the tiny coal, I limit the amount of wasted fuel going out of the machine. Eventually, we can build some storage and actually start storing that, and ultimately I will do away with this generator entirely and come up with a much better source of power. The first one that I'm going to look at once we get the Macerator, whatever it's called, once we get the next machine going, I'm going to build some solar panels. And the main difficulty here is that I need crushed charcoal, or excuse me, crushed coal. The rest of it is pretty straightforward. You know, with the generator, we've already seen how to make that. Glass, a couple of the circuits. Nothing too difficult. Alright, so that is... So once we get the Macerator going, we should be able to make the next thing. Let's see, I need a couple blocks of cobblestone. These are storage drawers. I don't know if I don't think I made those on camera. Real simple storage drawers. They store, they're like a barrel. Stores 1 block and stores lots of it. This one will store 32 stacks of blocks. So, nice big drawer. Alright, the next thing I need is some flint. Somewhere here. I have it. And then I need a circuit, which is like so. I need another piece of iron. I didn't get enough. A few pieces of redstone. I have plenty of redstone. I don't know if I've had this much redstone this early in the game. Alright, I think we've got everything we need to make this Macerator. Let's see, not that one, that one. Bingo! Double trouble. That's right, now with this Macerator we can finally start to double our ores. That is going to be very handy. But the first thing I'm going to do, as I mentioned, is leave my diamonds alone. I'm going to grab 3 pieces here, some glass, and we're going to craft the solar panel. Or get started on it anyway. I'll get it started and we'll come back. 7. 8, 9, 10. I think 10. See, because 1 for each of those guys, 8 there, and yep, I got 410. Cool. This should do the trick. Whew. Burning through our fuel. Yeah, I need to get this solar panel up and running. The solar panels don't generate a huge amount of power, but they generate it over a long term. And especially in this dimension where the sun is always shining, we should basically have an infinite supply of power. So this is just going to take a minute to finish up. And let me come back when I'm ready to build this. Okay, I should have everything I need now. So I'm going to start off with 2 of the electric circuits. I'm going to make a machine housing. The battery was something like this. Gets me the RE battery. I don't know if that stands for reusable. I don't know what that stands for. Doesn't matter. I'm going to stack these together, and this will get me a generator. And that forms the basis of the solar collector, solar panel. The way these solar panels work is, as you see, this says it's a tier 1 power. And if I look at these solar panels, I can actually use 8 of these around an LV transformer to make a low voltage solar array. And then I can take the solar arrays and use 8 of those around an MV transformer and make a medium voltage solar array. And then I can take 8 of those to make a high voltage solar array. And then I can put that on a helmet and I can wear it, because you would want to do that later. So this one solar panel like this is not that great, but it is going to produce... I was hoping it would tell me what it's going to produce. It does not. It's going to produce a decent amount of power, as I said, because we're at noonday sun like this. We see it's running because the sun is showing there. And if I actually pull this out, yeah, I don't have any machines that need power right now. So let's make one. Should we see what's next? Oh, I know what's next. Let's grind up some ores. Because now that I have ore doubling, I want to use it. So the next thing I'm going to need to make is some bronze. And as we've seen in this mod pack, if I just throw these ores into the smeltery, I'm going to get a single ingot per block. But if I come over here to my brand new macerator and throw these guys in, let's see. So we're using energy here, but we are generating some here. I think what I need to do is, just to help visualize this, I need to make a battery box and have the battery box charged off of the solar panel. That way I can get it kind of a nice visual. Anyway, so what you'll see is that as each one of these ores gets mashed up, I get 2 crushed ore from this, and the crushed ore I can put into, let's see, I should be able to, somewhere here, just smelt it in anything. And the crushed ore is going to give me 1 ingot, which will be very nice. Or I can mix it together like this, and I can make bronze dust. So tin and copper makes bronze. Alright, there's that one. We'll grind up some copper. Oh, gotta take that stuff out. And what I'm looking to make here is actually is a wrench. And if you look up the wrenches, you'll see there are a lot of them. It seems like, especially in a technical mod pack like this, every mod has a wrench. And they're not always interchangeable. So the one I'm going to be looking to make here, since I'm working with Industrial Craft, I'm going to make the Industrial Craft wrench. Some of these wrenches can actually work across mods. It's just easier this way. And that's going to take, what was that, 5, 6 pieces of bronze. Oh, there we go. Yep, so this guy ran out of energy. So this machine now is running purely off of the power produced by the solar panel. And as you can see, not great. And kind of noisy. Fortunately, I've got that turned down. Let's see if I can get... There we go. We'll let that one finish up. Alright, so I'm going to put 1 tin and 3 copper. Gives me 4 bronze. And now I can take this dust. I should be able to take it and throw it right in here and melt it down. And as soon as I get some more copper, I'm going to have to fire up the generator. Because really the way this works is, like I said, one solar panel does not give me a whole lot, especially if I'm going to be relying on it heavily like this. Fantastic. Oh, no, not the copper ingots. That's not what I wanted. All right. And using this wrench, one of the things I can do, as I mentioned previously, those machines, if I tried to break them right now, they would not necessarily come back. I wouldn't necessarily get the machine back. I might only get a machine block. The wrench should improve my odds of getting the machine back, but it's still not a guarantee. But the main thing the wrench does is it allows me to turn things, and that's going to be really important here shortly, because the next thing that I need to build, if we go look at the industrial age, we want to build, let's see, so we built a generator and a solar panel. We could build a wind turbine. I might look at that. That might give me a little bit better power production. Next on the list is a blast furnace. It needs heat, not EU, so we need an electric heater filled with at least 1 coil. All right, so let's look at the electric heater. The electric heater has some iron casings. It has copper plates and rubber. That's not difficult. Iron, there's some tin, some more iron. Looks like I have a few more blocks to make here. So, yep, you guessed it. I'm going to cut away here. I'm going to make the parts that I need, and I will be back when we're ready to build. Okay, I think I've got everything I need. So we're going to start off with the heating conductor. Should be able to make one of those, like so. And a battery. And the circuit. Putting all those together gets me the electric heater. Now this is going to basically turn electric power back into heat, or into, I guess not back into heat. It's going to turn the electric power into heat and transmit that out of the orange spot. I believe that's what it says. So the wrench is your friend when trying to connect the orange dot to the machines. Right. So basically, all of the other sides on here are inputs, all of these checker patterns. The orange is the output. So the machine that I'm going to build, I'm going to put right in front of this. And we're going to keep this guy stocked with plenty of fuel. Because this thing holds 10,000 EU. Yeah, let's just go straight for the big dogs. Alright. The next thing I need to build is the blast furnace. That is going to take some iron plates and another heating coil. You know, you would think that I would stop and craft all of this beforehand, but I did not. So, too bad. You're going to watch me do this for a little bit. Enjoy! Alright, so what do I need here? I need the iron casing. I need 7 or 8 there. I need 2, 4, 6, I guess technically 8 there. These, though, I get 2 from 1. So that's going to be 4. 4 and 8 is 12. Is that right? I believe so. Alright, we got those guys pounding up. I'm going to go make that. Very simply, like so. Oh, wait, that's bronze. That's not copper. I do have a plate cast I can make. But that wouldn't really help. Wouldn't help speed up this process. I almost need another metal former so I can be doing more at once. This is not the fastest thing on the planet. Alright, back in a bit. Okay, I think I've got everything I need now to make this blast furnace. So there's the blast furnace. That's the easy part. The next thing I'm going to need is some glass panes, because this blast furnace, if we come over here and look, or excuse me, not the blast furnace, the electric heater needs coils to increase the heat output. The blast furnace, I'm going to put down like so, and let's see. I need to turn this that way so that the orange faces the orange, I believe is how that works. And that is not going to produce anything until I put a coil in it. And a coil is just copper wrapped around iron. So I need an iron ingot, and I should be ready to go with this. And if we read the book, it tells us that we need to put at least 1 coil in here. So if I do that, I see that now I'm creating 10 heat units. And I'm guessing one of these ways. Let's see. Well, I don't think I'm wasting any power, which is a good sign. I'm not 100% sure that I've got this set up quite right. But the electric heater definitely looks like it's working. So I will take that. Okay, so currently transmitting 0 of 10. Perfect, I can take that. Because the next thing I need, if we go look at the book, it says we need heat, when you're trying to connect the orange dots on the machine. All right, so I need to connect the orange dots on the machine. I can do that. The blast furnace also needs universal fluid cells filled with air, which you can get from the compressor. So the universal fuel cells are basically canisters that can hold lots of stuff. And I'm going to need several of these, so I'm just going to go ahead and build 4 of them for now. If I throw them in the compressor, this is basically going to fill these empty fuel cells with compressed air. And the way this blast furnace works is, the name should kind of give it away, it uses uses compressed air and heat to do its crafting. Tip: making multiple blast furnaces is recommended. Alright, this is going to give me my steel ingot, which is going to be really the goal of, I guess, the current... Oh, running out of fuel again. The current goal of the episode. So steel ingot, if we look at industrial craft, and I look at the blast furnace, it looks something like this. Iron. Yeah, just iron in there, and off it goes. Looks like I can use any kind of crushed ore, which I will need some more. Somewhere here. I'm not sure if I've got any iron ore left. I don't see any iron ore left. So, not a big deal. I will just use 1 ingot. Alright, there's the compressed air. It goes in like that. And the nice thing is that I don't lose these, so I can fill those back up. I've got air in there. If I drop in an ingot, I should start working. Oh, there it is. Yep, I see it moving very slowly. I don't know if you notice it, but that little bar is moving. The heat has to build up now. And once it does, then I'll be able to start crafting. You can start to see it filling in there. And I'm guessing that's probably why they recommend multiple blast furnaces, because right now, this is not a very fast process. But it's better than nothing. While we're waiting for that, let's do something that I mentioned earlier. Save myself some energy since I still have that hammer, and I don't get anything extra by running those through. I want to make a battery box, or a bat box. And this should help out with storage of electricity, or storage of EU from the solar panel. Let's see, I need to cut this down. This is a very slow process. I'm going to run myself out of coal here real fast. Alright. Got a little bit of everything here. The last thing I'm going to need is some wood. Plenty of that. And the battery box is just a way for me to store power produced from the solar array, because it's producing power all the time, but these machines can only store so much. So when these machines all fill up, it's still producing power, it's just not going anywhere. So if I create a battery box, then I should be able to make use of that power. So quit talking and get to work. Just need 3 of these. and one of those. Ta-da! Perfect. And now I haven't really thought how I want to wire this up. So let's just break these cables. I don't know. That may have been a mistake. I'm going to hope that it wasn't. I don't think I'll lose any of my my heat. Alright, so let's go along here. Here. I don't know. I may start losing heat on this thing. That would be unfortunate. So I'm going to grab... Oh... Let's put it down like this. The way the battery box works, similar to these other machines, one side is an output, all the rest are inputs, and the side that's an output is that one right there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and make myself a pair of boots, because I'm going to show you that you don't have to use the rubber to coat the wires all the time. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So you can save yourself a little bit of resources if you need to. I don't need to, but why not? Let me show you how it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I know it's not the most efficient thing on the planet. Oh wait, no, I gotta hammer it out. Let's do it this way. So I made a pair of rubber boots. I'm going to put them on my feet. And these rubber boots are going to be very helpful because they're going to allow me to put down uninsulated wire and stand right next to it and not get hurt. If I didn't have these rubber boots on, let's see what happens. I don't think I'll die. At least I hope not. I don't think there's any power going through it right now. Let's get some more wire here. See, that should be shocking me. And I should be taking damage. I'm guessing because, yeah, there's probably not a lot of power coming off of this. I gotta quit mixing my cables here. The tin wire will only run 32 EU per tick. The copper will run 128. So I want to make sure I use the copper wires whenever possible. Let's do that one. No? It's not going to shock me? Come on. There it goes. Nothing. Well, take my word for it. It will actually do that. I don't want to die. So I'm going to put my rubber boots back on. And I'm going to use uninsulated wire. And I'm going to try to get this one. Yeah, let's get this one lit up. Let's see. So now, if I take this off, nothing? Seriously. This guy should be shocking the heck out of me right now. Huh. Well. Weird. I guess it won't. Shows what I know. I just sit here and blab away. Blab, 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 blab. Whatever. Put my rubber boots back on because they are super stylish. With my Christmas hat. Oh yeah. Alright, so that is... Let's see, we should be building up a charge here rather slowly. Hey, this is finally crafting. Cool, we got up to temperature. So the heat has gotten up now. We're burning through our gas. I'm probably going to want to make sure that I've got enough extra gas just in case. Because I'm guessing if I run out of gas, that's not going to be a good deal. Got all these machines running. Oops. All right. Almost there. Man, this takes a long time. Just about there. There's like one little pixel left. Just that little guy. Any second now. Right? Hey, look at that. Steel and slag. Cool. I made steel. What do I do with it? After I've got my first steel ingot, I should be able to go to the Nether. It's not required, but, you know. Yeah. I'll need a lot of slag to craft those bricks. Alright, so now that I have steel, I can mix the steel with flint. And this should... I don't know what that does. I thought that might get me to it. Alright, what's next? The calculation age. Ah, generating your first RF power. Hand-cranked generators. Oof. The clockwork engine. The survivalist generator. I need an atomic reconstructor. Ooh, that sounds like fun. How do I make obsidian? Can I make it in... Ooh, I can make it like that. 1,000? What? Oh my gosh. Molten obsidian can be had by... excellent. Water and lava. Alright. But, looking at the clock on the wall, the trip to the Nether will have to come in the next episode. Because we are out of time for this one. So, I got a few more machines made. I've progressed along the macerator, so I have ore doubling now. That'll be helpful. I have a blast furnace, so I can make steel, albeit very slowly. I still have a terrible power source. These two things are just terrible. I do have 40,000 EU stocked up now, which is nice. That should help. See, this is what I mean. That's full, but the fire still burns. So, anyway, this is Woolrig. saying goodbye for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.